not sure what the weather's like where you all live, but where I live, we have had ridiculous winds. Yesterday, some of the wind gusts got up to like 60 miles per hour. They say it caused a lot of damage. So yesterday, let's see, we lost both greenhouses. We lost about half of our plants that were in the greenhouse. Because the greenhouses had the shelves on one side. So basically anything that was on the shelf went upside down onto the ground. And then, of course, I had plants on the floor or on the ground inside the greenhouse. But, yeah, we lost both greenhouses. We're thinking maybe we could build one out of the two frames. It's those ones with the covers, the green covers that you put over. You get them on Amazon. My goal is to build a window greenhouse, but there's, I've been collecting supplies slowly, and there's still a few more things I need to before I can complete that. So I bought the ones off of Amazon, just thinking, okay, let's just try to get through this year with them, so I don't have to harden the plants off after being in the grow lights and all of that. So that was this year's goal. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Well, it kind of did. I have some plants that are ready to go in the ground. Just gonna have to kind of improvise, and I will be putting really anything that survived that's not too weak of a seedling, like just sprouting, in the ground. And then if it's still, like, we're supposed to have below freezing temps tonight, so, and tomorrow, and then I think another day next week. I read the 10-day forecast, so I'm gonna have to improvise and put covers over them somehow, or buckets or something. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to kind of see what I can do to salvage whatever I can. But there's a lot of damage. I know there was more damage done through the night because I heard it, and I think it's something on the duck area. Unfortunately, it was one of those things that I already knew that whatever damage was done, there was nothing I could do about it last night. All the animals were away, they were safe. So, let me get some coffee in me, and we will go outside and assess how bad it got last night and what all I lost. Last night, yesterday, like I said, we did lose the greenhouses, but I also lost 2 of my bird houses and one of my bird feeders. So, yeah, lots of different things. And we had a bunny out. One of the doors to one of the bunny hutches, I guess, popped open or something throughout the night. But she obviously likes where she lives, because she just was right in front of her little bunny hutch, going back and forth like, hey, how do I get back in here? So got her caught this morning, got her put back in. She's fine. The other ones are still in the cage, so she didn't get away. So let me get some coffee in me, and maybe my brain will think a little clearer, and we will go see how bad the wind damage is. Because I tell you what, yesterday I just kept telling myself there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Hoping the wind would go away. So we'll see. But let me have some coffee. So here is one one of the casualties from yesterday's wind. It was a big lettuce plant, but now as you can see it is not so much. And this is part of the greenhouse. I don't know if you can see it, but this bar literally bent under there. So that didn't survive. That is Charlie right there. She was outside of her rabbit hutch this morning, but she was just wandering around, so she wanted back in. I'm sure the wind, I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but she wanted back in, but she didn't run away, so that's what's important. Okay, I don't know if it's, yeah, it's kind of picking it up. There is pieces to something. Actually, I know exactly what that is. That is the awning that was covering the duck's pond. It folded it completely over and shattered it. So that's going to be a cleanup. So the smaller pond now has no covering on it. It is actually sitting over here. Wow. That is not good. Here's another piece from the pond covering. It's way over here when it should be over there. So that's not good. Anything over there? It's all good? I guess we ought to check some of our trees. Did you check the trees? Looks like we have a down gate over there. Tarp. There were some boxes along there somewhere. So, I don't know. It looks like a neighbor probably lost a tarp off of something like that could have been anywhere within the last 10-mile radius of these. Here's some broken glass, and it looks like it came from the windows we have been saving to build a window greenhouse. So some of those are broken. Okay, so now that we've assessed the damage from the high winds, which unfortunately we're supposed to get more high winds today, so hopefully we can get out there and get it cleaned up and secured before more winds come. So I'm hoping you all aren't dealing with massive winds, or I've even seen some parts are getting hit with like blizzard conditions. It's April. But anyway, one of the things we were supposed to do yesterday is plant some trees. So I had gotten a thing in the mail from the Arbor Day Foundation. And, you know, in the past I just kind of, you know, ignored it, whatever. But I thought, you know, we're really wanting to plant some trees, so I'm just going to look at it. Well, if you purchased a membership, I think it was like a $10 donation. Like you could do different levels of donations. You can donate as much as you want, or, you know, I think the minimum was like $5 or something. So we did like a $10 donation. Well, because we did a $10 donation, they actually sent us, what was it? We got 5 Norway spruces, 1 white flowering dogwood tree, 1 Washington hawthorn tree, 1 Sergeant crabapple, and 2 eastern redbuds, and then 2 of the crepe myrtle bushes or hedges. So we ended up getting 12 plants or trees, well, 10 trees and 2 shrubs for making a donation to the Arbor Day Foundation. So I thought that was pretty cool. Well, when they sent it to us, you know, and they're just little, they're not very big, like they're just little bitty, and they come in a bag, and it's got the like gel stuff to keep it wet.
And then you have to soak it in water for like 3 to 6 hours and then plant it. Well, we were supposed to plant these yesterday, but because of the winds, there was no way. There was no way. So we're gonna go out and get these planted before the wind gets too bad today. I think it's supposed to ramp up and then die down. I don't know. You know, one weatherman says one thing and the other says another. And then you can have 4 weather apps on your phone and they all say something different as well. So I'm pretty excited about those. I know it's going to take years for them to you know, be big, beautiful trees, but you know, $10, made a donation, got 12 plants. But it comes with this book, and I was looking at it, and so like if you're a member, you can get, like, they have great prices. So here's a Heritage Everbearing, oh, sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Everbearing Raspberry. It's 1 year old bush, and members can get it for $20. So I don't know, it might be something y'all are interested in if you're looking for trees, whether, because we're trying to do not only a wind block, but we're also going to be, we've already planted 2 fruit trees, and then we pruned one of the other, the people that had this before us, they planted a mulberry and let the mulberry bush turn into a mulberry tree. So we've been cutting it back to try to bring it back down to a level we can actually pick the fruit. But they have pear trees, plum, peach, cherry. They've got nut trees, apple trees. So like if you're wanting a nut tree, they've got, I think it was walnut, pecan, chestnut, hazelnut, shellbark hickory, which I'm not sure what that is. But it'll tell you in here like which trees are the best for wind block, what are the best for shade, where to plant them to lower your energy bill, things like that. But I don't know, if y'all are interested, check it out. I do not get any kickbacks from this. I'm not sponsored by Arbor Day, nothing like that. It's just something that we did, and I know, you know, maybe there's other people interested in getting trees, you know, that granted they're little, but they'll at least, you know, be making a contribution to their property. But it looks like the website is Arbor Day, ARBORDAY, so all one word, arborday.org. So we're going to go ahead and get out there and get these things planted, get them watered before the wind picks up, and of course clean up some more damage from yesterday's wind. So we'll be back in a little while because it's too windy to take the camera out there. also a raspberry bush to replace the one that I had that had already died. So we've been taking apart the duck awning, the awning that was over the duck pond that is in a gajillion pieces. I was hoping some of it was savable, but unfortunately all of the plastic pieces were either broken, cracked, like not usable at all. So I did save all of the PVC pipe because we can use that on something else. So I thought I would come in, clean up the kitchen real quick, and make us something to eat. I had to do chicken salad sandwiches, and what I did is I just got a can of the chicken breast, onion, celery, pickles, and I just chop them up in this little chopper thing. It's actually pretty cool. I got it at Walmart. My other one finally broke. I've had it, I don't know, 10, 15 years. But this one has like a, I don't know if you can see it, like a zigzag pattern. And, that must be like a safety feature on it. I guess not, I don't know. Anyway, it works really well. It has this like little bowl, so you put like your chicken or your celery or whatever in there, and then you just chop it and dump it. So keeps everything super clean, but I really like it. So I'm gonna put some mayonnaise in here, and then a little bit of mustard. I'm waiting for the eggs to finish. So I'm going to put a hard-boiled egg in here. And I always add just a little bit of ranch dressing. Not very much, but just a little. And then I just get a little bit of dill. It adds a nice flavor to it. And as soon as the eggs are done, I will put that in my little chopper thingy. And we're going to eat some chicken salad sandwiches and then get back outside and finish cleaning up the mess for the duck run. He said that when it pulled the awning off of it, that it actually pulled the whole sidewall, like the chicken wire down. So he's been out there trying to fix that so that no predators can get in there. So we're going to run probably netting on the top of it to prevent hawks from getting in there. So, not what we had planned today. We actually were going to finish putting our planter boxes together today. But, change of plans. That's okay. Sorry. My dog barks at everything. even funny. So, we are actually, while he's building a couple more planter boxes and we'll continue tomorrow, like I said, unfortunately we were not planning on having to do all the damage cleanup that we had to do this morning. And the trees, we were supposed to do, plant those yesterday, but we couldn't because of the wind. So, between the cleanup and the trees, that took us more time than I wanted, or that we really planned on. I was actually talking to a friend of mine, and their pig huts, or pig houses, or whatever, got damaged in the wind. So hopefully none of you are dealing with too much damage from bad weather. Like I said, I know a lot of places are even getting snow right now, and so we've been dealing with ridiculous winds. Yesterday they were like 60 miles per hour. It's supposed to die down throughout the night and be a lot nicer tomorrow. So hopefully, I'm praying that it's going to be a lot better. But we decided to go ahead and go with the planter boxes instead of, because our original plan for this weekend was to get the rows done in a separate area, because last year we had our garden out at the front field, and it didn't work out well. Some of the plants that can't be in sun, the full day, like that field is just like pure sun. So we knew we were going to move the garden this year, and so today we were planning on doing rows, but because of all of the damage to, the duck area and stuff like that, we were like, okay, we're going to have to change gears and figure out something else, because some of these plants aren't ready to go into the ground, and I don't have the setup here that I had at the last house with the grow lights and stuff. So right now I have both bathrooms full of plants and the window coverings off, and to try to get them some sunlight and stuff like that. So tomorrow I'm hoping the wind is not going to be as bad and I can actually plant. But by doing the planter boxes, we're going to put the windows over them and hope that they survive. I did lose half, well, not quite half, almost half of my plants when the greenhouse went. So we are actually going to eat some dinner, and then we're going to go get some plants, some starter plants, to replace the ones that I lost if they have them. And then we're also going to get some bags of soil, because I was noticing that the further down we've gotten in our compost pile, because we've moved a lot of the dirt to the areas that we were going to do gardens. We're still going to garden there. We're just going to actually change it to like probably corn, pumpkin, the vine stuff like that. We'll do those where we were actually originally going to do our garden instead. And but for these planter boxes, like I've noticed that the further down further we're getting through our compost pile, because we moved it from where we normally have it closer, and it's getting like there's a lot of sand in what I'm hitting now, and I think that's because I'm hitting the bottom of it from where we moved it from. So we're kind of getting to what would have been the top from where it was, because the top is now the bottom over here. So I want to get some soil to kind of add into those planter boxes so that we have some good soil in there. But I'm just going to throw together some tacos. We're going to eat dinner and then get out of the wind for a little bit and get some starter plants and some soil and go from there. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful weekend. Like I said, I hope you guys aren't dealing with too much damage or too much snow. hang in there, stay busy. Lots to do this time of year, and but very rewarding. A lot of work, but very rewarding. And remember, every day is a new beginning, and stay blessed.